Welcome back to Master Your Glass with me, Livio Lauro. Today I am joined by the great Armando Rosario. Armando and I once wrote a book called The 12 Cocktails. You should look for it. I'll leave the link below. It teaches you really how cocktails are made through 12 basic recipes. One of those recipes is the sangria. Now, the sangria is an amazing drink that was born in Spain, also very popular in Portugal, and it basically combines local wines from the coastal area of Spain with local fruits. Armando, what do you say? Should we make this?
Sure. Okay, so the recipe that we're gonna do today is a very basic, Spanish Portuguese recipe, which is pretty much like 5 or 6 ingredients. That's it. The sangria kind of lends itself to be very personalized. So don't be, if you for some reason you're lacking an ingredient, don't worry about it. Add some different one that you're liking, and the sangria will come out just fine.
Right, and I think it's also a little bit about what is in season.
Yeah,
right?
what season, what in your region, whatever you have. Just that's the beauty of the sangria. It's utilizing something that is not as palatable of a wine and turning into something festive and fresh.
Love it.
All right, cool. So to make the sangria, obviously, who's gonna add flavor for less of a wine, so to speak, is the fruit that we're gonna add. Okay, so whatever's in season, let's do it, right?
Okay.
In this particular case, we do the traditional kind. Okay, so we're gonna have oranges, we're gonna have lemons, and you're gonna have apples,
which are always available.
Always available. So with those 3 basic fruit groups, we can just add the flavor to the sangria. All right, so let's cut the fruit. So we're gonna build our sangria first into the pitcher with no ice, no nothing. So we're gonna add the fruit first, and then we add the liquid ingredients. Okay. So first we're gonna get a nice apple. Doesn't really matter what type of apple it is. So we're gonna cut in half, and we're gonna remove kind of the pit in one side. Okay, perfect. And we're just gonna cut a few slices of it. That's it. Put it in there. Pass. We get a nice lemon. The same thing. We're gonna do 2 or 3 slices of lemon.
I love it.
Okay. And now we're gonna add some oranges. Okay. So for the orange, what you want to do is you want to cut the orange in one end only. So remove it and put it standing up, and now you can cut it in half, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So before I add the orange to the pitcher, I'm gonna add some cloves, because that's kind of a traditional spice that is very well used in a sangria.
I love the concept of stabbing it in the orange, because if it becomes too clovey, you could pull out the orange rather than trying to pick those little cloves.
As you stab the orange, the oils of the orange releases, they pop. So that's kind of a double motive why we put that.
I thought it would be a good idea to have you here today.
There we go. So there we go. So that should be more than enough, because cloves especially have a very strong, flavor profile. Mm-hmm. So you don't want to do much with it. So now we're gonna cut the one with the cloves on, and then a couple more, and then we add everything to the pitcher. Okay. Okay. So we have all our fruits in there. We're gonna add just a little kind of cinnamon stick, 1 or 2, and then again, whatever spices you would think that go well and you like, please don't be shy and add it right to it. Okay.
Okay.
And that's it. So basically, we have all the fruit components in there. All right.
I love it.
Beautiful.
Okay.
So now, what are we gonna do? We're gonna add the liquid part. Mm-hmm. Okay. So what is the traditional sangria, base spirits? It's brandy, Spanish brandy or Portuguese brandy, and then some kind of orange liqueur. All right. So in this particular case, we're going to use Control, and we're going to use a nice Spanish brandy.
Lovely. Okay.
So for a bottle of 750 or 25 ounces of red wine, in this particular case, we're going to use 4 ounces of the brandy. Mm-hmm. Okay.
That is 120 milliliters.
There we go. 4 ounces of it.
Very nice.
Cool. All right. Now, I'm gonna use 2 ounces of the orange liqueur. If you don't have Control, use triple sec. Will do the trick. No worries.
Okay.
Any citrus will do.
Love it.
And obviously, we're gonna add a little extra sugar, because what sugar does enhances flavor. Okay. So not too much, but we're gonna add 1 ounce of fresh or nice, That happens. That's a beautiful thing.
I love it.
That's okay. Don't worry about it. You are home, you know, we are
That's
friends
right.
over here. Now that we have everything all together here, that's your part. Let's put out some red wine.
I got the easy part today.
That's it.
I love it. So it's also made with white wine, although sangria implies
Yes, usually red wine.
Red
yes.
wine.
But you know, with the white wine, also it's delicious. But then again, for white wine, you don't want to add those spices per se. You know, you want to use some more citrus. You want to use maybe a green apple instead of a red one, and or you can add peaches that go well with white wine. So this is the traditional. Then the cloves and the dark spices kind of go well with it.
How long do you recommend we have this sit before we would actually enjoy it?
Well, preferably, a few hours in the refrigerator after it's done like this, and right before serving, you add the ice and some club soda.
Okay.
So we put 4 ounces of club soda or whatever, and ice in it, and that's it.
All right, well, let's do that.
you ready?
Let's pretend it's made.
Let's pretend it's already been around for a couple hours.
Through the magic of TV.
There you go.
Now, the trick that I really like to also give to people at home sometimes is when you're using granulated sugar instead of the simple, sometimes you might get these measurements really off. And it's not uncommon that your sangria either comes out too sweet or it comes out too tart. And so there's an offsetting. The really cool thing about the sangria is that it allows you to fix it even when you top it. So right now, this sangria is going to be perfect. And so we're gonna top it with soda, which is gonna do nothing more than just add some effervescence and no flavor to it. However, if this sangria were tart, rather than dumping sugar in it, you could perhaps top it with a lemon lime soda, which those are typically a little sweeter. Or if it were too sweet, you could top it with Prosecco or a dry sparkling wine, which would in turn balance it out.
Yep.
Let's do
Remember, sangria is supposed to be a light drink. Okay, it's not a heavy one. So the use of a club soda and and ice further dilutes it. Which is great because that's supposed to be a nice refreshing.
Love
so we're gonna put about 4 ounces of. This is about 4 ounces, right?
5.5.
Okay, so that'll be fine. No, nothing wrong with it. Perfect. And that's one of those things about the beauty of the sangria. It's very forgiving. You can actually add and take it away and taste your sangria, and adjust it to your palate. If it's like you said, if it's too dry, you just add a little sugar. If it's not too sweet, add a little club soda or a little more wine.
I like
You might want to have a little more ice.
Let's go ahead and serve this.
There we go.
There's two.
Okay. Let's put the little sangria here.
I dig it.
Okay. Now you can either take some of the fruit from it, or you can add someone from the. Obviously, I wouldn't mind to have some kind of fruit added to it from the pitcher itself. Okay.
Alcohol flavored, alcohol infused.
That's it.
Fruit. Forget about it.
There we go. Cheers, my
Grazie.
friend.
Cheers.
Okay.
Cheers.
Salud.
Thank you. This is the recipe of the sangria. If you like this show, please hit like and smash that subscribe button. And also in our description below, I'm gonna add our Patreon. I'm gonna add a bunch of other information, how to batch this, how to make it single serve, and come back to Master Your Glass where you get expert instruction for everyday consumption. Salud.
Cheers, brother.